events that are going down today. I mean, in America, man. You know, with the Iran and with the Iran war against America and the small hats. This is a beautiful time, man. We're in. You know, and you know, and pretty soon they're going to start coming after the men of the Lord. That's talking about, you know, the men that's out there signing crime for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. So we're out here signing crime, and pretty soon this devil's going to come on after us, man. Because like the other day, I got this court situation I'm dealing with where they're garnishing my check for some shit I don't even know about. They haven't started, but they're getting ready to. And I'm trying to fight it and let the motherfuckers know, man, I don't know nothing about this shit, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't. But that's beside the point, so I'm going to have to make some kind of arrangement, well, you know, to try to get this thing settled, whatever. But other than that, that's beside the point. The point I wanted to make is that when I was dealing with this case, you know, dealing with it, check, you know, and I decided to go under my name under this government website. And I print my name in. There were several names that came up. But when I got to my name, to the right name, which is mine, there was a red tag on the top of my name that read under government watch list. And it's no joke, brothers. And it threw me back for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck? But then, you know, immediately it dawned on me why they will do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you out there on the highways and if you out there, you know, you know, you doing this work, you watching these videos, you a target. They see you, man. Like it says in 2nd Esdras 16th and the 70th chapter around in that area, they're gonna be coming like madmen, sparing none, destroying those that fear the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, man. And they're getting ready to come because, you know, we're at that time, man. Everything, all the other prophecies have been fulfilled. You know, World War III is is brewing, right? Actually, it's right there on the cusp. But before that happens, we got to go through the MOTB process, and Jacob's trouble got to come to full blown. So I think Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. And I believe they're going to start taking the men of the Lord off the street, you know, or killing it on the airways, you know what I'm saying? And this truth is getting ready to come off this street, off this internet. And we tried to warn you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to get with this program before the doors of mercy are closed. And we're not that far from the doors of mercy being closed, man. Telling you people, man, this thing is getting ready to go. We gotta, you gotta, you can't be fucking around right now. That's basically, man, it's too short. We're too close to this thing for people to have this, you know, this, I don't see that, it ain't in my time type of talk. Everything around you is pointing to the end of this place, man. You know, and even Esau, you know, he knows his kingdom is coming down. You can go on TikTok and you can see all type of videos of Edomites, or so look like Edomites, you know, who knows, complaining and whining about the system that they're in, man. How it's, you know, going down, and how this is the end of the world, and who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ. You know, who is Yahushua? You know, they said, you know, he's on his way returning, but they use the other word. They said he's coming, you know. They even know that we at the end of this thing, man. But some of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're still lost in the sauce. You're still waiting for a better day. You're still looking up, you know, thinking Esau gonna have this thing sold up. You just think another election, get another president, a Democrat, or whoever, they're gonna change the course of what's getting ready to go down. No, they can't. They ain't. They won't. It ain't gonna happen, Cap. You know, things are in motion for America to be destroyed, man. The wheels are turning for America to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and a laser beam of the chariots that's going to come down and light this place on fire. off until the MOTB is implemented, which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. If that's not in, if that don't happen, the world that's got to happen first. And the World War III cannot happen unless that MOTB is implemented. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how bad it looks. World War III cannot happen according to what the Bible has. According to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, it can't happen until that MOTB is implemented. And once that's getting on this, then that's going to be soon, man. That's got to be soon. We're so close. So once that thing is put into action, then we're gonna start seeing. Then we're getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna start seeing the smoke. You know. But right now, we're still in what they call the processing stage. Things processing out. You know, this got to be processed. This got to go through this. You know, through the scriptures I'm talking about, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's moving chess pieces around. He's moving pieces. So, and and we're not too far off from it, man. We're closer than ever, man. And the longer they keep that straits, the straits of Hormuz closed, and then you're gonna see, like it says in in Matthew 24, when it says you're gonna see there's gonna be earthquakes in diverse places, famines, and so on and so forth. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, Matthew 24, the whole scripture, you can read that. It's a great scripture. Chapter. Read that whole chapter and it breaks it down and how these end times are going to be. And what we're looking at right now is the famine is going to come, man. Because with the straits of Hormuz closed, that means that what's coming through there, the fertilizer for the farmers. We all know other things too, man. Not only oil, but other agriculture. If I said agriculture things, for the farmers and so on and so forth. So if that's going to affect the farmers here in America, you just know it's going to be food shortages out of this world, man. Not only the food shortage, but the price of food is going to go sky high. And because the gas prices are going to rise, so that means they got to charge more to deliver your foods, and that's going to go pass down to the consumer, which is people that go out to buy food. So what we're telling you is everything that we've been preaching on the scriptures. We've been telling you this, man. This is coming. We've been telling you this. We've been going over this over and over again, telling you that the devil, like it says in Revelation 12:12, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down upon you having great wrath. Roughly paraphrasing, because he knoweth he had but a short time. He knows his time is up. He knows he can't go no further. He ran out of real estate. So now all he got to do, he got to just play his part in bringing on the MOTB and pushing the buttons to destroy this place called Babylon the Great. And you know what I'm saying? Those are the things he's got to come up with. Not to mention Jacob's trouble as well. Martial law. All these things are going to come. Martial law is going to be, within Jacob's trouble. Martial law is going to be there because of Jacob's trouble. And that's going to add more trouble to the trouble that's coming. Martial law with these UN troops, coming in. And you see now that the U.S. You got some U.S. Military that's refusing orders to go fight there over in Iran. And you got some military National Guards who are barking at Trump's order to go support ICE in apprehending, civilians here in America. Well, people are starting to wake up and smell in the coffee that this dude is a fucking devil. Trump, we're talking about. They starting to see him for what he is. People are like, wait a minute, this dude is full of shit. He's doing everything he's doing. He's starting a war illegally. He's in the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? This nigga literally known for eating babies and kidnapping and killing kids and shit. He bombed the fucking school with 177 children over there in Iran. devil gets on TV with his proud ass and speak like he did shit wrong. When all this fucking shit that's going on is directly the cause is a result of his fuck ups, man. And this fucking red orange fucking piece of shit pops up on TV like he the greatest thing on fucking earth. And you know, what a piece of shit, you know. Like he haven't done no wrong. He got no remorse on his fucking demeanor. You know what I mean? He got no remorse like in his demeanor. You know, he don't. Well, they got drones and they got bomb tomahawks. Motherfucker, but why can't this devil come out and say, "Hey, we're sorry. We're gonna investigate it. We're gonna get to the bottom line of this and find out who pulled the trigger, and we're gonna hold them accountable." Oh, this fucking devil, he don't mind killing innocent people because he eat fucking babies. The fucking devil. He's a fucking devil, man. This nigga eat and fuck babies, man. And everybody that support this shit, you just as worse as this motherfucker. This motherfucker. You know? So, we're getting closer to this thing coming to an end. We can't wait. You know, we know that, this devil, his back is against the wall right now because the allies of his country are not helping him anymore. They're pretty much telling him to go kick rocks. You know, how the fuck you gonna come to me? That's like me coming over to you as a neighbor, you know, talking shit, calling the police because his tree is over your yard, doing all kind of shit that you know, just disrupt his peace. And then when all hell, when I can, when something happen, I go to him for help. Like, fuck you, man. You done cause havoc amongst me and my fucking family, and you think I'm gonna come out of my way to help you? Fuck you, man. But fuck that. That's how these countries see about America. Here it is, America's putting tariffs on their allies and shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck this devil was thinking about when he was doing all this dumb shit. And it just seems like his ass, the Lord put a spirit on this motherfucker where he can't see, like, what that scripture, he couldn't see the latter end of this. Oh, let me stop. It's just funny. I had to laugh like that. It was just so funny because this motherfucker thought he'd get away with all this shit. He never thought about the latter end of it, you know, how this shit was going to affect him and then, you know, his country, so on and so forth. What a fucking idiot, man. What a fucking idiot. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, exposing this retarded green, this retarded orange motherfucker. You know? Yeah, but we're closer and closer to the end. We're getting ready to come, you know, good back in our homeland, and we're gonna have those, you know, Lord willing, part of that you know, part of that number. Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? That we're gonna have our way with this, and we're not gonna rule in wickedness when we get the kingdom. There ain't gonna be no fucking homosexual bullshit going down when we get in the kingdom. It's gonna be all in righteousness, man. All in righteousness, man. Yeah, we're gonna rule the world in righteousness, man. It's not gonna be any of that. I can't wait to get out of this fucking wicked ass world, man. You know, I'm even from my own fucking sins, man. I want to get away from all this shit, man. I hate this fucking shit. I hate this shit. I wake up every fucking day, you know, can't wait for another day closer to getting in that kingdom, you know. Wadi Hamba Shimmy on shot for this truth, man, because otherwise I don't know how I would make it here in America, man. You'd be a fucking bug out. You see all these people today, man? They're fucking loony. They're fucking gone, man. 99% of the people here in America are fucking gone, man. I mean, straight fucking clueless, man. They're fucking clueless. And the little shit they do know, it's all bullshit, you know? It's far from something that's gonna get you salvation, you know? They're not even on the same board. They all the way up. They're gone, man. Out of bounds like a motherfucker. And you don't dare not to talk to none of these fucking niggas about this or these people. You know, it's like sparking a match in a fucking gunpowder room. It goes off. Everybody, everybody, nobody wants to hear it. You know, they fire up, they get offset, and get their panties in a bunch. So everybody wants to save Esau, but Esau's bringing so much havoc amongst these people in chaos. But they still want to make sure Esau make it in the kingdom. He gonna make it in the kingdom, all right, with a chain around his motherfucking neck. He gonna be in there. He gonna get drugged in the kingdom with a chain around his motherfucking neck. Best believe that. He's going in the kingdom with a boot in his ass and a chain around his fucking neck. That's how he's coming. You know? So yeah, we closer than close. It's a beautiful day. Can't wait. I don't know. I think Apostle Kabar got a live going on right now. I think I'm gonna go down and get into that. But I just had to go and put this on wax. It's just a beautiful day. Everything is moving according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's plan perfectly. Nobody know the time but the Lord, because the Lord gave the time to us. We would have jumped the gun a long time ago. For the Lord, we would have been jumped the gun. You know what I'm saying? We would have jumped the gun, man. Because we would have out this motherfucker. And you get tired of looking at this shit. But this is the Lord's program. We have to go through this, through the straight gate. The straight means on the position of difficulties. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go to that position of difficulty gate. We just can't, zap out of it. We got to go through this, man. Building ourselves up, man. Mentally, spiritually, a little bit physically. You know what I'm saying? But the spiritually part is what's gonna and take you to that next level. You know what I'm saying? It takes you, and that makes your mind right. You know what I'm saying? You get your mind right. That way you ain't all over the fucking place, man. You stuck on one thing. You got one thing in your mind, and that's the truth. And you straightforward. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna get some obstacles here and some obstacles there. The point is, the obstacle is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? An obstacle. What is an obstacle? Something that's in your way. You got to get around and get over that motherfucking shit. And that's what all it is to it. Getting around it or over it, through it, whatever. Because we got to go. This is a position of difficulty we're in, man. The straight gates, baby. We ain't trying to go in the wide way, the easy way. Because, we don't, as tight as the straight gate is, it's tight. It's tight. Sometimes it don't feel right. But we don't fit over in the wide gate. We don't fit in the wide, because that's not part of that's not us. We can't fit over there. No matter how wide it gets, we don't fit. We go through that tight gate, baby. Snug. Position of difficulty, baby. That wide gate, there's too much wiggle room. It's too much wiggle room. You can do too much. You ever drove a car with the motherfucking steering? Had a lot of play in it? That's just how that wide gate is. Too much play. You want your shit tight. You want it tight. When you can't fuck it, you want it, boom, boom. One little veer, you can fuck everything up. You know what I'm saying? One small turn. So, that straight gate keeps you in the right path, man. Keep you straight. And I'm talking about straight. I'm talking about keeping you in that position of difficulty where you can't go right or left. Because on the right or the left, there's fire and water. Only one man at a time can go through there, man. So, yeah, we got to go through this thing with the utmost humility, and confidence in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Willing to give your life up for this truth and not be afraid of this fucking devil. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, what he say? I fucking did this, man. The Lord did this shit. He already conquered this world, man. We ain't got to do nothing but follow the script. Yeah, we got to. So what? You give up your life, man. So what? So what? Who gives a fuck, man? This ain't living, man. We ain't supposed to be over here any fucking. This ain't living. This ain't how we supposed to live. We here because we fucked up. Right? But yeah, that straight gate, position of difficulties, baby. And I love it. Love every minute of it. And I can't wait till Yahweh Shimmy Abishai come back and do what he got to do. And it, you know, let me get ready to close this out, baby, because everything is moving in the right place. Like they say, Iran, you gotta keep your head on a swivel. Let me bring that up, brothers. Keep your head on a swivel out there, man. Look around, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, looking and seeking who he may devour. Because they got these so-called sleeper cells out here. We've been warning you people when they was letting all these people through the border that a lot of them men were going to be the sleeper cells. They're going to be the ones that's going to cause havoc here in America. This is all orchestrated. This is not no fucking by chance, man. This is all orchestrated. This is all planned. That's why Biden let these people in. They got a bigger agenda than you believe, brothers. So gird up your loins. We're getting ready to go through it, baby. Getting ready to go through it, which is fine with me. I'm not saying that I'm just I can handle all kind of pain. But what I'm saying is, we're getting closer to getting the fuck out of here, man. That's just another sign. And we're getting out of this motherfucker. You know? I want out of here so bad, death can't hold me back, baby. I mean, the only thing, death is nothing, man. You know, let it happen. But I pray to the Lord, grant me the wish. I want to see America on fire from the chariots, man. I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see the reward of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that, man. I want to see it. But for all the shit that this place done, I want to see this motherfucker burn. Lord willing. You know, like I said, keep your head on the swivel. Watch out, they got sleeper cells everywhere, they call it. But we all know that this FF is going to be orchestrated by America. But be careful out there, keep your head on the swivel. They got all kind of crazy shit going on out there. And they're going to come after us men of the Lord, that because we speak the Bible. We speak in the Bible. Tell them what the Bible says. We breaking it down through the Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. And this fucking devil don't like it. He don't fucking like it because it's condemning his fucking ass. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom. I think I gotta get off of here.